time, in a peaceful forest brimming with vibrant hues and gentle creatures, there stood a grand oak tree named Ollie. Ollie wasn't just any ordinary tree, he was the oldest and wisest tree in the forest and had seen many seasons pass. His strong branches, covered in lush green leaves, stretched out to the sky, and his roots dug deep into the earth, connecting him with the mysteries of the land. Near Ollie, there was a small, curious squirrel named Sammy. Sammy was known throughout the forest for his playful spirit and insatiable curiosity. He loved exploring the forest, scampering from one tree to another, and searching for new adventures every day. One sunny morning, as the dew still clung to the blades of grass, Sammy approached Ollie with a sense of excitement. "Ollie, Ollie," he chattered, "I want to go on a grand adventure, beyond the forest. Can you tell me what lies beyond these trees?" Ollie, with his deep, gentle voice, replied, "Beyond our forest, there are mountains that touch the clouds, vast fields of golden wheat, and rivers that sparkle under the sun. But, Sammy, the world beyond is vast and unknown. Why seek adventures elsewhere when there's so much to discover right here?" Sammy, however, was determined. "I want to see the world, Ollie. I want to have stories of my own to tell," he declared. So, after bidding farewell to Ollie and his forest friends, Sammy set off on his grand adventure. As he ventured beyond the familiar trees and scents of the forest, Sammy saw rolling hills and wide-open skies. He encountered creatures he had never seen before, like a flock of colorful birds and a family of rabbits, who showed him how to hop quickly across the fields. Days turned into weeks, and Sammy's journey took him to a towering mountain. The climb was steep and treacherous, but Sammy was not one to give up. With determination, he scaled the mountain, and upon reaching the peak, he saw the world from a view he never imagined. Below him lay a tapestry of forests, rivers, and fields, all interwoven like a giant quilt. As Sammy continued his travels, he crossed a desert, with its vast sands and scorching sun. He learned to find shade under cacti and befriend creatures like the wise old tortoise, who taught him the value of patience and perseverance. In time, Sammy reached the ocean, a vast expanse of water that sparkled under the sun. The ocean was like nothing he had ever seen. He met playful dolphins and watched the sunset over the horizon, feeling a sense of awe and contentment. Months passed, and Sammy had traveled through different lands and met many new friends. He had stories of his own now, tales of courage, friendship, and discovery. But as he sat by the ocean, watching the waves, he thought of Ollie and the forest he called home. With a heart full of memories and a newfound appreciation for his roots, Sammy decided it was time to return to the forest. His journey back was filled with reflection and gratitude for the experiences he had gained. Upon his return, the forest greeted Sammy with a warm embrace. He noticed how the leaves had changed, and new saplings had grown. Ollie, standing tall and proud, welcomed him back. "Sammy, you have returned. Tell us about your adventures," Ollie said. Sammy gathered all the forest creatures and shared his stories of distant lands and the many friends he had made. He spoke of the lessons he had learned and how each experience had enriched him. As he finished his tales, Sammy realized that his greatest discovery was understanding the beauty and wisdom of his home. He had ventured far and wide, only to find that the greatest adventures were the ones close to heart. From that day on, Sammy continued to explore the forest with a new perspective, appreciating the wonders of his home. And Ollie, the wise old tree, smiled, knowing that Sammy's journey had brought him not just adventures, but also wisdom and a deeper love for the forest they called home. And so, in the heart of the forest, under the shade of Ollie, Sammy's adventures became legendary tales, passed down through generations, inspiring others to explore, learn, and always remember the way back home. In the heart of the magical Enchanted Forest, where trees whispered secrets and flowers sang in the moonlight, there lived a young fox named Finley. Finley was not like other foxes. He was born with a unique silver fur and a curious spark in his bright blue eyes. His mother often told him that he was destined for great things, a thought that filled Finley's heart with both excitement and wonder. The Enchanted Forest was a place of endless mysteries and adventures. Ancient trees stretched up to the sky, their leaves shimmering in different shades of green and gold. Birds of all colors chirped melodious tunes, and streams danced over rocks, creating a symphony of nature's music. But the most mysterious of all was the legend of the Moonstone, a hidden gem said to grant the truest wish of the heart to the one who found it. Finley grew up listening to tales of the Moonstone. Remember, Finley, the journey to the Moonstone is filled with challenges, but the greatest journey is the one within, his mother would say. Finley's heart ached to seek out this adventure, to find the Moonstone and discover his true destiny. One starlit night, Finley decided it was time to seek the Moonstone. He bid farewell to his mother and ventured deep into the forest. The journey was filled with wonders. He met whispering willows that told riddles, and he danced with fireflies under the crescent moon. Every step he took in the forest brought a new friend or a lesson. As days passed, Finley encountered challenges. He crossed rushing rivers, climbed steep hills, and navigated through thick fog. Each obstacle tested his strength and courage, but Finley's determination never wavered. He remembered his mother's words and pushed forward with a brave heart. One evening, Finley arrived at a clearing where the moonlight touched the ground softly. In the center stood an ancient tree, its bark glimmering with a faint light. It was here, under the oldest tree in the forest, that the Moonstone was said to be hidden. Finley searched around the tree and, to his amazement, found a glowing stone nestled in the roots. It was the Moonstone, more beautiful than he had ever imagined. It pulsed with a light that matched the rhythm of his heart. Overwhelmed with joy, Finley reached out to touch the stone. As his paw touched the Moonstone, a warm glow enveloped him. The forest around him seemed to come alive with an even greater magic. It was then that Finley understood the true meaning of his journey. It wasn't about finding the Moonstone, it was about discovering his own strength, courage, and the friendships he had made along the way. Finley returned to his mother, the Moonstone safe in his possession. But instead of making a wish, he placed the Moonstone back under the ancient tree. "The greatest wish of my heart has already been fulfilled," Finley said. "I have found my purpose and the joy of adventure. My destiny is not in a stone but in every step of the journey." The forest celebrated Finley's return and his wise choice. His story became a legend, a tale of a young fox who sought a magical stone but found something much more valuable, himself and the magic within. And so, Finley continued to explore the Enchanted Forest, always seeking new adventures, forever cherishing the lessons of the heart, and reminding everyone that sometimes the greatest treasures are not the ones we seek, but the ones we find within ourselves.